George Bush doesn't care about black people.
A week after the storm hit, NBC aired a telethon.
Yes.
Asking for help for the victims of Katrina. We had celebrities coming in to ask for money, and I remember it vividly because I hosted it. And at one part of the evening, I introduced Kanye West. Were you watching?
Nope.
You remember what he said?
Yes, I do. He called me a racist.
Well, what he said was, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That's because he's a racist. And I didn't appreciate it then, and I don't appreciate it now. It's one thing to say, I don't appreciate the way he's handled his business. It's another thing to say this man's a racist. I resent it. It's not true. And it was one of the most disgusting moments of my presidency.
So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
This morning, Lori Loughlin is a free woman. The former Full House star released from this Northern California facility today, just in time for New Year's. Loughlin reported to the Federal Correctional Institution in Dublin, California on October 30th. The facility is currently experiencing a COVID outbreak affecting over 180 inmates and 3 staff members. Loughlin was sentenced to 2 months in prison after pleading guilty for her role in the Varsity Blues college admissions scandal. She and her husband, fashion designer Massimo Giannoli, admitted to paying roughly $500,000 to consultant Rick Singer's foundation to get their daughters into USC. One of them, YouTube personality Olivia Jade.
Episode 20. Welcome the Minority Agenda podcast. I'm your host with the most, Isaiah Thornton. To my left, we have Ricardo Meicano. To my right, Jacob Gray is not here. He's working overtime, but shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Big Gray, man. Hey, we couldn't get to episode 20 without you, Jacob, so...
And more tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name.
We miss you, bud. We miss you. And shout out to baby Luke and Laurel. Now, we have a very special episode for you. I've been waiting to talk about white people crimes since 2005. I don't know how excited I am to talk about Lori Loughlin.
2005?
Yeah, since 2005. Ricardo, I'm glad you're here, man. How are you doing, man? How have you been?
I'm doing good. Life is life. I'm just, trying to make it through. Tragedies and craziness going around the world. But like the song says, it's just the two of us right now. But shout out to Big JCG. Jacob Cole Gray. Shout out to baby Luca. Shout out to the whole fam. We holding down the fort.
Yeah, we're gonna hold down the fort, man. Just the two of us. I want to pause this whole intro if people thought like, yo, where are you going with this? And now it's just me and him.
It's just a song. It's just,
right.
It's just a song. It's just us, hosting the podcast for this week. Of course, Jacob, we expect for him to be back next week, Lord willing. But yeah, life is going good.
Oh, you're better than me. I was thinking about putting a diss track like 100 miles and running. And like one fell, so now it's full. So one couldn't make it. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Like I was ready to go off, but no. Seriously, Jacob had to work, so man, shout out to him doing family man things. You got to do sometimes. You got to do grown man stuff. Now, like I said at the beginning of the episode, me and Ricardo have a big, very special event planned. We're gonna talk about white collar crimes, fidelity. Is it fidelity? It might be fidelity. I'll ask you this.
You mean infidelity?
Infidelity. Thank you.
Infidelity. Why you been waiting since 2005? There's been plenty of white people crime happening since 2005.
Well, I want to talk about the stuff that gets swept under the rug. This one got swept under the rug.
They tried to sweep it under the rug.
They tried to, and then J.P. Morgan. I haven't forgot about all that coke, or was it cocaine found in a J.P. Morgan dock? Yeah, it was J.P. Morgan. It was J.P. Morgan. And a doc. I gotta look it up for you, but yes, I haven't forgot about J.P. Morgan. I know what they doing over there at JP. It's cool though. It's cool. So, I guess do I want to start with this? Do I want to start with college admissions scandal? The docu series is out.
Is it a series? It's a series.
It's not a series. I'm sorry. It's a documentary.
It's actual like full length, like an hour or something documentary.
It was an hour and 40.
Hour and 40. Okay.
And it had and the how would I explain it? The tape record, the wiretaps are the wiretaps are real, right? and it goes and they act out the wiretaps word for word. So you would call it a dramatization, but it's not.
Right.
But the wiretaps are like, you know, same as the script that they have that you'll watch.
All right. So just set the presidents of like what's going on, because I know the background. I haven't seen the actual documentary in hand, but give the name of the documentary and then talk about what it goes over.
Wow, the name of that's a great starting point, huh? I don't even have the name. Let me go back to my Netflix account. I don't even have the name. Let me go back to my Netflix account because it's still up. The name of the greatest thing that I've seen so far. Hold on.
That's a lot of praise right there. Greatest thing ever. Best thing you've seen this week.
Thank you. Best thing I've seen this week is called the college admission scandal, Operation Varsity Blues.
Okay.
So Operation Varsity Blues is what the feds called it. And man,
I can't believe it actually had a name for it.
Yeah.
So how far back, and just before, you know, I think it gets into it, this is over the whole college admission scandal where a lot of wealthy celebrities were forging certain enrollment of their kids in these Ivy League private schools, very high esteemed schools, and they were not attending them one bit.
No. They attended them. They weren't doing what they were supposed to be, what they were admitted for.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And I think they were they getting like a pass in like certain classes too?
No, that they weren't. This is what happened. Hold on. So what they got was admitted. The guy who did this, Mr. Zingler, Ralph Zingler. Ralph Zingler he used to be a former college coach at Sacramento State, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a basketball coach. He wasn't very good at coaching basketball. He was an assistant coach, by the way. So once he got fired, he started being a college. How do you say it? Is it a college recruiter? Not like a college recruiter, but
okay.
What are the names of the people who help you pass the SATs or the ACTs?
Like a tutor?
Sort of like a tutor, but they help you get into college.
Advisor?
Thank you, an advisor. He was like a college advisor. That's what we're going with. He was a college advisor, and it gets more into detail on the story, on the movie. But for me, you guys know, I'm crazy, I'm black. Boom, this is what I get.
and which school was it specifically? Like, which is the one that he was getting most of these people into? Was it a lot of schools, or was it just one in particular?
It was a lot of schools. It ranged from Stanford to USC to Yale, Harvard, whichever college you can name. It was Georgetown. Like, he was getting them in. So how was he? I'm sorry to cut you off again, but I think the hard time I still have understanding is, why was he so influential? Like, why was he the plug? Like, how did he get into this position where he had like the clout and like the power to like be like, you want to get into this school? I got you. You know, because that's not just something anybody could do. He knew the system. So what he did was he was posing these kids as college athletes, right? And so for schools like USC, Stanford,
UCLA.
Yale, UCLA, they have a bunch of sports programs, right? For instance, that my school doesn't have. They have water polo at USC. Right. They have sailing at Stanford.
White sports.
They have white sports, okay? So in a college admissions, if you go up to the coach and say, if the coach comes up to admissions and says, hey, can you guys accept this kid? I'm thinking about bringing him on as a walk-on to the college. So we won't give him scholarships, but he'll pay tuition to be a walk-on. He'll pay tuition, and and he'll pay all this. But you guys just have to admit him. That's it. That's it. That's what they're saying. That's the story that they're going with. And college admissions is like, oh yeah, sure, we'll let him in. I mean, hey, you vouch for him, so you're the college coach, obviously, right? But he couldn't be for these big time sports. It couldn't be basketball. It couldn't be football. It couldn't be soccer. I think soccer is a big time sport in college. You're right. So it couldn't be stuff like that. Could it be too obvious? and be too obvious. It had to be low level sports that no one in the world would think about. I don't care about rowing.
Yeah, you don't care about water polo.
You don't care about water polo. You don't
care about canoeing.
None of that. So all these sports that all these white colleges had, from Yale to Georgetown, the only coach who I think was a big time sport was Yale. It was Yale's soccer coach. And he just happened to be the only black person in this whole story, right? The Yale soccer coach is black. That's neither here nor there important. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I just found it funny. Like, that was the only sport that you coached was soccer, and you black. Okay, fine. And so the back door was, so there's two ways to get in to a college. This is how they explain on the documentary. You can either go through the front door and do the honest admissions, right? The honest way, go through the front door, or you can go through the back door. What Rick was offering, Rick Ziegler, what Rick was offering was a side door. The back door is like, if you want to pay $20 million to get your son into this school, you can. Rick was saying, you can come with me. I will get you through the side door, and you might end up paying what Lori Loughlin played, which was $500,000 for both of her daughters. One of her daughters. The other one was actually pretty smart. So I applaud her. And you know what? Most of the kids in this film didn't know. It was only the parents. Most of the kids didn't know what was going on. Except for Olivia Jade, Lori Loughlin. The rest of the kids, oh yeah, they knew. They was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Like, was Lori Loughlin who if you don't know is with Aunt Becky on Full House?
Yes.
And Olivia Jade, her daughter, the pretty big YouTuber, I think, right? She had like a big following. She does like makeup and stuff like that, like fashion on YouTube. At
the time, she was sponsored by Sephora.
Right. Yeah. So she big time makeup artist on YouTube. Making a bag and stuff like that. So I know her father also had like a pretty big running in this as well.
Yes, he's a fashion designer.
Okay, so that starts to make a lot more sense as well.
Right. And so I don't want to think there's only actors that are in this film. No, this comes from
like regular people, right?
Well, not regular people. They're not regular. I'll say this. It's all wealthy people.
Okay.
But most of them, the rest of these people were either lawyers, doctors. Some were like hedge fund people. Like, this is big time. Like, this is big.
I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, I can't believe that. So how long had the feds been staking this out?
They didn't actually say.
They didn't say. I'm assuming. No. I mean, the feds don't come unless they know they got you for sure. So right. I'm assuming it was like some years.
But Rick has been doing this since '98.
Okay, so yeah, they've been known. They've had to been known.
He's been doing this since '98. Didn't get caught till 2019. So how many years is that? That's
98, 2019. That's like 21 years.
21 years, right? So yeah, you're right. The feds have been knowing.
Yeah.
And they were tapping his wires. He didn't know his wires were tapped, and then I'm not gonna finish the ending of how the feds got him, but it's pretty hysterical, but still.
So just without spoiling, and we could probably like end the conversation here, just so people who are interested could go watch it for themselves. I know I'm for sure gonna go watch it once I get the chance. But do the people who were involved in it, like Lori Loughlin, Olivia Jade, and like I think the wife. Or like, Shameless? Wasn't like the dad from Shameless, like his wife was involved in this too?
His wife was involved. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and the lady who either her father founded Hot Pockets or she helped found Hot Pockets was in this. Yes, I'm that mad. The lady who founded Hot Pockets was in this. I'm like, really? Hot Pockets?
Hot Pockets. So you can't even trust Hot Pockets anymore.
I can't. I was so upset. I was like, really? Really? Now you know your daughter could have went to culinary school or something. You thought, oh, well,
something.
Well, my mama made Hot Pockets. Like,
now you got her over here going to UCLA for horseback riding.
Yes,
supposedly going to UCLA for horseback riding.
Right, and so I think the only guy I feel for in this film is the Stanford sailing coach. He knew what he was doing, but all the money that they gave him. Mm-hmm. He gave to the college. He never took a dime of it.
So he gave it actually back to the college.
He did because the way they would like let you in is if you make a donation.
Ah, okay,
so
I got you.
Donate. So you're walking. So if we donate to this school, my son is gonna walk on. Right, he's gonna walk onto this campus.
Right,
and he'll get admitted. So they donated $500,000. I don't know which parent. I don't know where he got that money from. Oh, I do know. This one girl. They didn't know. They didn't know if she was gonna get in or not. She got in. She got in regardless. She got in without doing any of that. Without doing any of it, but they still gave him $500,000 to just as all right, cool, thanks. Just to pay him off. So that's only guy I feel for.
What I'm trying to understand is like ultimately, was it about reputation,
yes,
or was it about like not just wanting to save some money?
I think it was about and maybe this is only a white thing. I don't know. I mean, I feel like all families do this, just in different type of ways. So for rich, wealthy families, prestige is everything, right?
Right.
And so, prestige in French means deceit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. I learned that on the documentary too. Shout out to the documentary. I'm gonna start using that now. So prestige means deceit, and so they, you want to be what's that movie? Keeping Up with the Joneses. You want to be like Keeping Up with the Joneses. Oh, your daughter got into Harvard. Oh, well, my daughter's going to Yale, or just like prime example, me. I go to Texas Southern University. My mom is proud of that. My mom loves that. I got cousins on the other side of my family. They go to Howard. They go to, these are historically black colleges. So Howard's the biggest one per se. I could care less. As long as I got my occasion, I'm good. Are you good? Okay. I'm just making sure. I don't want you to die on me. So I'm just making sure everything's, good. But, right. So like I said, I can care less where I go to school. I just want to go to school. So when I went to TJC, boom, we in. The only thing I didn't know that people were doing, like when you do the college admissions and they do the big celebration if you got accepted or not, and then you find out that you didn't get accepted. I didn't know people were actually doing that. I didn't know they had like a reveal party for the admissions. I didn't know that. I really didn't.
Like the people who get the stuff like in the mail, like that.
Yeah, in the mail or through the computer. You can check on the computer too.
Oh, right. Yeah, you get the email.
Yeah. I got the email from TSU. I knew I was going to get accepted. It was 97% acceptance rate. If I would have got denied,
I'd be like, bro, I'm done for.
That's what I'm saying. I think I've always aimed for schools with high acceptance rate. Like, oh, TJC, I'm in. Sam Houston,
yeah,
I know I'm going to be in.
Right.
Now, when TCU offered me a scholarship, right? I didn't take it. For one, it was TCU. I mean, well, money wise, that scholarship wasn't cover all of TCU's tuition. TCU is a private school. And two, I don't know if I want to stay in Fort Worth. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be on Stop 6 or 6th Street. I don't know if I was ready for all that. Even though it's not even located over there. I've been to TCU's campus. Beautiful campus, but no.
Yeah, it is a pretty beautiful school.
So is your take like this in the Latinx community? Is it just as long as you got a job, you straight? I feel like that is in my family. If you just got a job and you look like,
yeah. I mean, it's that, but I think what you said about like the whole prestige thing about wealthy families wanting that, because no matter how much money you have, if you don't have that, like you said, if you don't have that acclaim to this long list of like accomplishments, it almost doesn't really matter, kind of thing. If like you don't have anything to show for it, but that you're rich, and there's plenty of people that are rich, but what more can you show out of it? So I feel like maybe for the Hispanic community, for the Latin community, I think getting to a very important school is a big deal. But because like most people aren't super, super wealthy, I feel like the level of prestige is not there. It's just about, when you go to a school, I'm pretty sure your parents are going to be happy. Don't really care what school it is.
Right.
Kind of thing. But it's just kind of weird that wealthy people are that like self-conscious about their appearance as far as like their kids get into like a certain school or not. Cause I'm like, their kids are already set up from the get go for the most part. Not saying that their kids are going to get everything handed to them, but it's probably going to be a lot easier than most kids.
Right.
And wasn't like Olivia J. She didn't even want to go to college, right, or something like that.
She never wanted to go. I think in her videos, the way she came off, I just want to go to party. I'm not going to judge her for that because I think that's everybody's mindset when you're 16, 17.
Right.
I mean, my mindset at TJC was, I just didn't want to fail. you know, right. It was like, oh, well, if we're spending all this money to go to school, I just don't want to make sure I don't mess up and fail.
Right. I mean, and everybody's different.
Right.
Everybody's different.
So, I mean, but I'm not going to judge her for saying, oh, she wanted to go party and all that. All right, that's you. That perfectly natural, perfectly fine. Plus, she had money. So she had money. She had a Sephora sponsor, and Sephora is a big deal. I'm hearing when it comes to makeup.
And those YouTube videos. The YouTube views, YouTube checks probably were good money too.
Right. And she probably had her own merchandise and stuff. Just different outfits and stuff. So yeah. As far as I just thought it was really crazy that people were willing to spend $500, $600, $700,000 just for your college, just to get a letter that says you're in. That's the crazy part of me. You still realize that she has to go and do the work, or he has to go and do the work.
Yeah, like I still wonder about that. Like, what was the mindset? Do you think that you were going to be able to like pay off teachers? Like, did they ever talk about that? Did they think they were able to?
They didn't get that far. The farthest they got was admissions.
Because like, yeah, it's kind of like what you said. Like, what's the next step? Like, okay, you get in, but like there's attendance. There's the grades in general. There's certain midterms, finals. Like how do you fabricate that?
See, that's why I think junior college wouldn't have been. They should go to junior college, or try it. Give it a try.
Bro, Olivia Jade was not going to be in any junior college.
Why not?
It's Olivia Jade. Like I said, she didn't want to go to school in the first place.
Okay, answer this. Do you think Hove would send Blue Ivy to junior college? If he knows she's not up to, I feel like Hove isn't paying for college first and foremost. He's not paying his way in.
Well, no, he's not paying his way in, but he'll pay tuition for sure.
Yeah, yeah, he'll pay tuition, but I'm saying the side door just for the admissions paperwork. That's what I'm saying. I don't think.
I mean, if Blue Ivy decided that she wanted to go to junior college, then more power to her. Let her go.
I guess
as long as that's what she's deciding.
Right. Some of these parents could have just said, "Listen, no, you're not going to college." Just.
I mean, I think that's ultimately up to the kid.
It is up to the kid, but then again, it's like, man, I know you're not gonna finish. I know you're not gonna do this work. It's just like,
why not? You don't know the kid. They could be ambitious about school. Just because a kid is famous doesn't mean that they don't have ambitions outside of being famous.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if I've had to pay for you to get in, and then once you get in, you don't do anything. That's it. It's like, all right, like what are we doing here, man?
Well, that's a different topic at that point, because the whole actual scandal was based off the fact that they just wanted to show that they were in, and the parents were cool with them not doing anything.
Right.
Like they were on agreement. I think what you're talking about is if Blue Ivy or maybe Bash, like Wiz Khalifa's kid, or Culture decide to want to go to university one day, and the parents were just cool with paying their tuition because they really wanted to go to college, and the parents, if they start failing and doing bad academically or whatever they do in sports or whatever, then I'm pretty sure the parents are going to be mad, but it's nothing compared to what's going on in the documentary.
Right. Oh, another thing I learned in this documentary that I did not know. I know, folks, we're on 25 minutes right now talking about this, but I promise you we have other topics, but this is just great to me.
Yeah.
I did not know that if you did not take one class of AP classes in high school, that you were not qualified for the top 50 school or the top 50 colleges in America. I didn't know that.
Really? I
did not know that. Did you?
Like at all?
At all. Did you take any AP classes?
Yeah, I took.
Why? Why'd you take?
I took English and history AP. Just because they gave it was just on my schedule, so I never really thought about it like that. I was just like, okay, I gotta take it. Okay, I'll take it. That was it.
That was it.
Yeah. Those are the only 2 classes I ever took in high school that were AP. English and history.
See, I wish our guest could have came today because I was really gonna ask her questions, like, because I know she took AP stuff, and I know she's probably watched it already. Like, yo, like, so how'd you feel about this? But no, I never took any of that stuff. I didn't believe in it. Just like at
They never forced it on you?
Oh no.
That's what happened to me. They just literally just put it on my schedule like that.
Oh no. See, I wanted to take AP English or whatever in my senior year because they said you get a college credit.
Mm-hmm.
But mind you, and you know this is in Mesquite, so I'm in Mesquite in Dallas. My cousin was in Pittsburgh. He took a college credit course, and then once he went to whatever school he went to for college, I think it's Northeast Texas. They didn't honor his college credit. And so when he told me that, I was like, man, I'm not taking that AP class no more. Like,
man, you should have taken it, man. Maybe he just got a really bad deal.
Man, I don't think TJ's going to offer me that. But you know what? I'm glad I finished.
How many schools are in Pittsburgh?
Just one high. What are you talking about? Just high schools?
Like high school, like primary school?
Oh, just one.
Just one high school?
Just one high school.
Or is it K through 12?
No. Oh, no. I'm sorry. There's 3 campuses.
3 schools. So 1 elementary, 1 middle school, 1 high school?
Yes.
Okay.
But actually there's 4. It's like kindergarten through 2nd grade has a school, and then, right. Yeah, it's 4. It really should be 3, but they're it is what it is.
I'm about to say, like, I couldn't imagine a lot of schools in Pittsburgh.
No. It's not. But they do have a college, community college and all that, but that's in the middle of Pittsburgh and Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
So I think that's the end of our college admission scandals. Again, if you've taken AP classes, please let me know. Please write in the comments on our YouTube section or leave a comment or just at me somewhere, because I was really shocked by this whole documentary. I was just sitting there like, oh, I remember when Lori Loughlin got arrested, and I was like, they done arrested Aunt Becky from Full House for paying to let her daughter into school. I was like, wow. I think I questioned my mama for a second. I was like, Mama, how much do you really love me? Right? I wanted to ask her that, like, Ma, like, do you really love me? Like, would you pay for me to get into school? And, maybe we should call her. Where's my phone at? Hold on.
How much is she willing to pay?
Yes. Hold on.
To make sure her son gets into a good school. So on a side note, while Isaiah does that, I did receive my first COVID shot today. Isaiah.
Hello.
So my right arm is hurting, like a lot, and my because I'm left-handed.
My bad. I heard you got your first.
Yeah, the COVID shot.
Let me see.
You got to take like a follow-up. You got to take like a second one, like 28 days later, something like that.
Yes.
And my right arm is very, very sore. Because, for those who don't know, I'm left-handed. So got the shot on the right arm, so it won't, be bothering me for the rest of the day and for tomorrow. Like I said, it's kind of sore, but I can still move it around. Not too bad.
Hey, Ma, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, Ma, we're talking about the college admissions scandal. Okay, so Ma, do you remember when I told you about Lori Loughlin got arrested for paying $500,000 to get her daughter admitted into college?
Yes.
Okay, Ma. So what we want to know right now is, how much do you love me? Would you be willing to pay $500,000 to get me admitted into college?
But I love you a lot. I really do. But that's a lot of money. I love you. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think I will pay $500,000 to get you admitted into college, because I feel like if I have to do that, I'll go through those measures. Maybe you're just not really ready for that caliber of college. Maybe you need to go to community college, first. Because I want you to be successful on your own.
But this was just for the prestige, ma. It was just for the letter. You just want to tell people, hey, that's my son. He go to USC. He go to Georgetown. He go to Harvard.
Yeah, but so if you cheat to get in, you're gonna have to cheat the whole way through to graduate. So, I feel like it's a no-win situation.
Okay, ma.
That's why.
Anything else?
But I do love you. I
don't want to hear that. Anything else you had to say before I hang up the phone?
No, I don't. I'm good.
You sound good. Actually, ma, how was your trip to Memphis? She went to Memphis, by the way, folks.
Okay.
She went to Memphis with my stepdad, and they had a blast. Tell us what you see, ma. What you see?
Well, I went to the Lorraine Motel in the African American Museum where Martin Luther King, was assassinated. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome. It was really something to see. I wish I could have took kids from my class because we were just talking about that for Black History Month. And we actually did a virtual field trip to that same place. So I wish I could have taken probably maybe 10 of them with me. But it was really nice. And we also went to Beale Street. And it was nice. It wasn't as crowded, so I really didn't get the feel, as it was kind of empty. But it was still nice as well. And we ate at one of the famous barbecue places, Central Barbecue. And it was good. So overall, I had a good time. I wanted to go to the Bass Pro Shop, Pyramid, though. I didn't get to go there. I wanted to do that.
You don't even fish. Where is this coming from?
But I wanted to go there. It's the look. The way it looks sitting out on the water, it's beautiful. I wanted to go in there. But that'll be for next time.
Okay. I guess one last thing, Ma. Ma, have you heard that have you heard about Quavius? Have you heard about Quavius Marshall and Sweetie?
No.
So Quavo, Quavo from the Migos. This is what I'm trying to talk about. Quavo from the Migos. Because this is gonna lead up to our next topic. If a man bought you a Bentley Jeep, right? And then y'all break up. Are you responsible to give that gift back to him?
No, sir. No, sir.
You're not. So you're not responsible. What if his name is on the car?
Well, first of all, if he gave it to me as a gift, I'm going to make sure it's in my name. You got to check your paperwork, baby. You got to look at your paperwork.
But she didn't know it was a gift. She didn't know it was a gift.
Was she driving it every day?
Well, he never asked for the car.
It was hers.
He hasn't asked for the car back yet. So we're just asking you.
No, I wouldn't give it back. No.
Okay, Ma.
No.
That's all. Have you seen a Bentley truck? You know what a Bentley truck look like?
I do.
Okay.
They're very nice.
Okay.
Well, and I would keep it. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, well, that's all the time I got for you. I will call you when I get off this podcast. You sound great. I bet your skin is flowing. I hope those students don't have you stressed out. But hey, I'm glad you're doing good. Okay.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was nice.
So when we going to?
I was looking up actually the most expensive colleges in the United States, and apparently the first one is the University of Pennsylvania, which is $73,000 to get in.
Oh, Penn University, yes.
Yeah, but that's apparently the most expensive, and then right behind them is Amherst College.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's something, man. All right.
Quavius and Sweetie.
Oh yeah, Quavo and Sweetie. You've heard what my mom has to say. That was our woman for this topic, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
What's Sweetie's first name?
I don't know, man.
Diamonte Cuiava Valentine Harper. Diamante.
What does that mean in Spanish?
I mean, like I thought it was diamante, but it's a O, and because diamante is diamond. Diamante, Guayaba. Diamante, it sounds like Day Mountain. She's Filipina Chinese. Okay, I got you. That's why she has a Spanish sounding name, because she's Filipina.
Oh, yeah. Her mom used to be a video vixen.
Okay.
Or excuse me, she was in a couple videos. I don't want to just get that construed.
She was in a couple videos. She had some work out here.
Yeah, but she wasn't like God, what video was she in a Nelly video? She was. I think it was a Nelly video.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, her mom is known too.
In the industry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So the black couple, power couple of the past 2 years, well, year and a half, kind of, has finally called it quits.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Isaiah? How do you think black couples across America are taking this?
First, the fat boys break up. Now every day I wake up,
yeah,
somebody's got a problem with Hov. Listen, man, I am upset. I haven't been this distraught since I found out JT goes with Lil Uzi. And that was what, last week, 2 weeks ago?
Is that really confirmed?
Yeah. It's confirmed.
I don't think that's confirmed.
That's confirmed.
I think it's just flexing for the gram.
That is confirmed. I don't care what you tell me. Okay.
Shout out to JT. Shout out to Uzi.
No.
A little bit more.
We're not shouting out Uzi. Don't shout out Uzi on this podcast no more.
I like Uzi.
We're not shouting out Uzi. We're not shouting out JT. The City Girls are done. I'm done supporting the City.
No, you're not. You're still following JT to this day.
To this day, I know, right? I'm lying. But no, really, I haven't been this distraught since not JT and Uzi. Let's see. Maybe since what was all that? Maybe since all that got taken off the airwaves.
Got canceled?
Yeah, got canceled again for a second time. Now,
okay, that's a weird comparison, but okay, go
very,
off.
Very so. But seriously though, this is, it's not crazy to me. It was funny. I think just the Twitter exchange was funny to me. How Sweetie said, "Hey, I left because of my health and my mindset and all that," and Quavo said, "You disappointed me. You disappointed me when you did all that. I thought God, let me just read it word for word because it's still on Quavo's Twitter."
So did that interview you give on that podcast, did that happen before they broke up?
With Justin LaBoy and Justin Combs. Justin Combs is her ex. Justin LaBoy that's his show.
So did that happen before?
Yeah.
Or after the breakup?
That happened before.
And I know there was like speculation that because of like what she said in that podcast, like that kind of led to them breaking up.
Right. You know, when what she said was she wanted a
threesome, right?
A threesome with Quavo, but Quavo would have to pick another dude, which would be very awkward for any man to. I'm not doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe when he's probably heard that before. This was my take with Wilson. I was telling Wilson about this. I was like, well, maybe he's heard that before, and he thought she was playing. And but this time she went on a live platform and doubled down, and was like, he's like, okay, you really going with this? That's okay. Nah, I got to do. Besides all that, you know, I know the Twitter jokes were funny because Sweetie eats like a sailor. Basically, she eats ranch on spaghetti. She eats everything. Sweetie is a prisoner. Let's call it.
So she eats like a prisoner.
She eats like she's in jail.
She eats like she's been on a ship for like 8 months straight.
For real, yes. Do you think Sweetie would survive on MREs?
I think so. She's half Filipino, so she's probably got that thing to her, you know, where she like just knows how to like, you know, get it how it is.
So wait, what is your take on this whole situation?
I mean, I'm kind of bummed out by it because I thought they were a pretty cool, combination, couple, whatever you want to call it, relationship. So to see that it's kind of coming to an end, it's not like shocking. It's not by any means shocking. It's just, it's just kind of like that little like, oh, well, dang, that's kind of like it. Now, has it been confirmed that Quavo cheated?
It has not.
It's not. So those are just like rumors, speculation, just floating around there.
Those are just rumors. Here, I'll read what Quavo said. I had love for you, and disappoint. See, Quavo can't write. This is why. Listen, this is why you need somebody else to type this, because the way he wrote this, I was so messed up in the head for a little bit. All right, I had love for you, and disappointed you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best. And Sweetie's reply was, take care. That's all she put. That's all she wrote.
That cuts deep.
When you say when Quavo said you were not the woman I thought you were, I felt that. I was like, yeah, there you go, Quay.
I mean, I don't know what that means.
That's when you take back the Bentley. Nah. Forget what my mama said. Shout out to my mama. I love my mama. But
I gotta side with your mama on that, man.
You don't take back the Bentley.
If it was a gift, I gotta let her have it, because then you start looking salty and desperate when you try to take it back.
How much does a Bentley truck cost? Yeah, look that up, because me and you can't afford Bentley trucks right now. But
I don't know, 80,000 maybe.
80,000.
Let's see, Bentley truck price. Let me look at the newest model. Oh man, I'm way off. 179,000.
179,000. See,
so 180,000.
180,000 plus tax. Let's just say $200,000.
Okay, $200,000 for the base model.
Nah, he didn't get her the base model.
I don't think
he didn't get.
He didn't get the base model for Saweetie. He definitely got the souped up,
It has her
version.
Her name is in the seats.
Oh, it is?
It says Icy. It says Icy Girl.
Icy Girl? Okay.
It has her nickname in the seat. So, like, he can't just sell that car.
Yeah, she's keeping that.
So she's keeping
Now, what she decides to do with it, that's on her. She might sell it off to somebody else.
Right.
Or give it to somebody else. I don't know. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, apparently Quavo's dropping some pretty, like, fire little snippets right here. That's supposedly going at Saweetie.
Oh, see, I didn't know he was going at Sweetie. I've heard the
there was a line.
Okay, I've heard the snippet. I've seen one snippet. It was a
good
song.
Him and Offset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was down in Miami. He was definitely down in Miami.
Yeah, I like that song. I mean, man, Culture 2 was kind of a letdown, so I'm hoping Culture 3 is gonna be Fire Flame.
He shouldn't name it Culture 3.
I think that's what they said it's gonna be called.
He should name it New Set, or I don't know,
something New Set.
Yeah, or where is Takeoff in all of this?
I don't know. How about still Migos?
Still Migos, like them as a group?
Still Amigos, but like Still Migos for the album name.
I see where you're going with it. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
It could work.
What else happened during this showdown of Quavo and Saweetie? Quavo's sister and Quavo's aunt went at it.
Really?
Yeah. I learned.
Why?
Because, it's on the internet. They're both family. People are bashing Quavo, and women are bashing Quavo.
So they're trying to defend him?
Yeah, and then men are like, hey man, we rock with Quavo, but you're cute. Let me hop in your DMs. And so
right.
All that is happening. And so Quavo's taking the worst of it, right? So Quavo's sister took to Twitter or whatever she took to, probably Instagram, to defend him. And then Sweetie's aunt said, I don't play about my niece. I will fight you, and all that type of stuff. So hopefully that gets calmed down. But all of this is, again, I don't really care for it. I was just really, really distraught when I said, man, there goes another couple that I actually like. I actually care for. Like, I don't care about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. I don't.
Nah, I don't think anybody does.
I don't care about Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods, or Jordan Woods and Carl Anthony Towns. I don't care about none of that.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah, I don't care about Meg Thee Stallion and whoever she go with.
I like I like Iman and like Tiana Taylor. I've always liked that.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's for. Well, I like Tiana Taylor. Amon Shumpert was cool when he was on the Knicks. When he left the Knicks, and
Isn't he with the Nets now?
Nah, I think he's on free agency. He might be on. He might. Be
I think he played like a game with the Nets or something like that.
We really need our NBA insider right now. But yeah, the only thing I want to question is the music. I don't think Quavo had any hand in helping Sweetie with music. I'm not going to say that, but maybe or I could be wrong about this whole situation. Is Sweetie not with? I know she's not with QC, but is she under a management deal or anything?
Sweetie, she is signed to. Let's see.
Interscope, please.
She's signed to Warner.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That means they actually care.
You know, she had the BA in communications.
Yeah, she went to San Diego State.
No, she got her BA at University of Southern California, USC.
Does it say when she attended San Diego State? Because I know she attended.
Yeah, she did. That was her first one, and then but she received the BA at USC.
Did she take the side door?
I don't think so.
Is that's what we're gonna start doing? No. When people tell me they kids got admitted, I'm just gonna ask: did they take the side door, or how'd y'all get in? Like, and it's a known school, and I know they ain't got the grades for it. Like, I might just ask my cousin, "Yo, how you get to school, bro? What's?" I'm gonna ask somebody at TSU, "Yo, bro, how you get in here, bro?"
Somebody's gonna take that the wrong way.
I know.
Somebody gonna think it's a little sus.
I know, right? And I had somebody tell me they had a 1.9 in high school and they got admitted here. And I was like, well, hey man, you made it. I'm happy.
1.9?
Yeah.
How?
Hey man, it happens. It happens, man. What's next on your topic list, man? Because this whole episode is funny to me.
Yeah. So next thing I want to bring up is apparently Dwayne Wade finally responded to Boosie regarding the comments that he made about his child Zion. Zion, right? That's her name?
Yeah. That's her. That is her. Is she her?
It's her.
Okay, I don't want to get this wrong. Thank you.
That's her name.
That is her name.
Yes. Apparently, according to Dwayne Wade, he's actually appreciative that Boosie said the things he said. He said he has no ill will towards Boosie, and that he's actually glad that the conversation has started more about, transgender children or kids that feel like they might
need to cut their penis off.
Well, I think Boosie was being a little ignorant extreme when he came to those comments.
When he came to that? Okay.
Yeah, like I personally think Boosie was just kind of just being ignorant at that point, because obviously this child is not going to do that. They just, identify as I venture to think that as of now, I don't think the child is probably not going to do that, but who knows? At the end of the day, I think Dwayne Wade, like I said, is very appreciative that the conversation was started in general, and that, there could be more conversations about parents who may also have children that may be processing things like this in the future.
He should also thank Mike Tyson.
Yeah, they brought up the Mike Tyson, because that's where they kind of addressed it.
Oh, okay. Oh, he addressed it on Mike Tyson?
Well, Boosie talked about it on Mike Tyson, apparently.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Mike Tyson pressed him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that was the same conversation where, like, he talked about, like, why are you so afraid of, like, gay things, something like that, right?
Yeah. That's the same one. And also Mo 3 was there with him, RIP Mo 3.
Right, yeah, he was sitting right there in the cut.
But that's a very big of D Wade. I applaud it.
Yeah, he was very, upstanding about it. He didn't take the like shots or anything. He just saw it as somebody who maybe had a misunderstanding and, just went about it his own way, a very cordial way. So, shout out to D Wade for that. Right.
And then for Boosie, I know, well, you took it as Boosie being ignorant. I took it as Boosie.
I think it's Boosie being, I think you just don't know no better.
That's why. I don't think he knew it at all. I think his team told him, "Hey, man, you heard about D-Wade's son?" And he's like, "No, what happened?" And they just started talking, and that's what he came to his conclusion.
That's probably what happened.
Yeah, I don't think Boosie meant anything by it. He just like rushed to Instagram, like, y'all heard what I just found out. And so, I honestly think, yeah, I mean, hey, that's a great talk. Now, how do you feel about transgender teens playing sports?
Transgender teens playing sports.
Right. And like, some are being admitted to play. If you're born a boy, you can play with the girls. And if you're born a girl, you can still play with the girls. But they identify as a boy.
I would say that I think the middle ground should be that they identify the boy. They should play with the boys.
Okay.
Now, if they're a girl, if they were born so now they're a transgender male because they were born female, they should be allowed to play with the male team. Now, if they're a male that transitioned to a female, so now a transgender woman, I believe that they should be integrated to the male team.
Okay.
So it'd be like an integrated team. Well, at that point, it wouldn't be integrated because they would all be male, but there's some people that just happen to be transgender.
Right.
So I feel because of just based off the fact that most males, not all, but most males are a lot bigger and stronger than most females, I think it would be very unfair to, and we've seen it, I think, right? We've seen like certain things where
in Texas,
like a transgender,
she was on the wrestling team.
Yeah, wrestling and like a bunch of other examples that they just been completely dominant and like, going from one side of the sport or one side of the team, like all male, all female, to, completely decimating whatever, because, they have that advantage to them.
Right. And like, I have nothing against it. If you want to play sports, that's fine. I would just say, yeah, just stick with the original thing that you have been playing. Now, if you're a girl going to the guy's sport, or if you're a girl transitioning into a man or to a boy, if you don't take the estrogen, the testosterone, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to take that?
No, that's all based off the person. I mean, it's along with the hormone process and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's all part of that. Like when you go through transitioning and you're going to see a doctor and all that, like that's part of it. But they're not forced to take that. That's all depending on the person.
So that's what I'm saying. If he doesn't take the testosterone or any stuff like that, keep him with the girls. Now I'm fine with that. I mean,
I think it just opens up a bigger discussion about integrated teams. Like I feel like that could be a compromise,
right? To
where like you're not putting transgender women on the all women team when they feel like they could perform at a higher level with the men team, and then vice versa. Maybe you're not putting the transgender men with the woman team, and just I think just give them that option to see where they feel like they can perform the best, not best in the means of like them dominating, but just where they feel something it will present a challenge to them.
I got you. What else did you have on your topic list?
I think the last thing I had was I had an NBA young boy arrested. Apparently, the K-9 unit was sent out on him. He was arrested in LA, I think yesterday or a few days ago, something like that.
Yeah, I read where he fled the scene and then he was caught by a K-9 unit.
He was like in a bush, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's footage flowing out there where like helicopters are like on the scene, and there's like some people recording of like what's going on. I think details are still very scarce as to the exact reason, but apparently the law enforcement has been on this trail for a minute now. I mean, we know that that young boy has been on people's radars, but apparently it goes a lot more deeper than we thought.
Right. And so This is like, I want to say this was the feds or close to it.
I think the arrest was done by local law enforcement, but yeah, I think the feds have some sort of tie to it.
Yeah. We've seen rappers get arrested before. Kodak was the most, or not even Kodak. Kodak and Bobby Smurder were the most recent to get released. Casanova is still in jail. Free Casanova till they free him. And have you heard about that with Casanova? They're going to use Nick Cannon's interview.
I heard that.
For Casanova
for Cannon's class?
Yeah. To get him prosecuted. Yeah. And all he said was, I'm with Ape. And which Ape is the gang that he used to be affiliated with.
In prison, right?
In prison. And he said, I'll always be Ape. That is true. He'll always be affiliated with them, but he has changed from that life. So
now, is Ape the same as the Black Gorilla Family? BGF?
I think it's like an associate member or something like that.
Like an offshoot?
Yeah.
Because I know like BGF, Black Gorilla Family, is like the original like prison gang for like, black people. Mm-hmm. So I've always like when I heard like Ape, like I feel like I always thought that was kind of like the same. That was just like a way they refer to each other.
Yeah, I think we're both right.
Okay. But hopefully young boy gets through this. Crazy times right now. So, here's just hoping that, he can fight this case if it does eventually go to court.
Is he the best rapper in the South right now?
No.
Okay.
I would say maybe the most popular.
The most okay.
I would say popular. I don't know about the best.
I respect that. One last.
Who do you think is the best?
Who do I think is the best in the South?
In the South?
In the South.
Yeah.
The best rapper in the South, from Texas to Florida, right now.
I would say Jid.
Sauce
from Atlanta.
Walker.
Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker. If it ain't Sauce Walker, I don't know. Well, Sauce Walker, then Kodak, and
Lil Baby.
Well, yeah. I guess you would have to say Lil Baby too. Huh?
Yeah.
Lil Baby's up there. It would have been JT, but she out there with Uzi. It ain't JT no more. I can't talk.
I don't understand your Uzi beef. I still don't understand. Like Jacob loves Uzi, but I never understood what's your problem with Uzi?
My problem with Uzi is that he has JT right now, and I want JT.
Well,
like she said in the song. Like she said in the song, Ricardo.
Okay. I feel like it's more than that.
Audible, no, this all it is. That's my only beef. That's my only beef. And plus, think about this. He made a song, It Doesn't Matter. Turn to a savage. I could have did all that. I could have did all this music that they making now. Like, what's the African dude that made yeah. That's all he says on the song. I could have did that. But no, one last thing I want to talk about was the state of Texas. I'm so fortunate. I'm so happy that we're from Texas. We're able to live in Texas. I today I watched a 19-minute video from CBS, from NBC, CBS or whatever, or CNB, CB, y'all know what I mean. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But that network, right? And they always show all the business stuff. So today they were talking about is Texas turning into the new California? And for 19 minutes they were telling me all the reasons of why it was great to move to Texas, and new businesses are coming. You got Elon Musk here, you got Joe Rogan here, you got some more techie people here. Apple's coming. Hewlett Packard is coming to Houston. Amazon.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. Amazon's going to be in Dallas. We have this $200 million railroad system that's being built
from like Dallas to Houston. That one.
Yeah, and it's going to take.
Is that still a plan? Is that still going on?
Yeah, no, they're waiting for it to be approved.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be.
I just realized like a few months ago that there's the train from DFW Airport actually goes all the way to Fort Worth.
Yeah,
I did not realize that.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Here, you keep talking real quick. I gotta hook up this charger real quick. But you go ahead.
I think it's pretty crazy that, and yeah, this has been happening, for like the past couple months now, since like the end of last year, the so-called California Exodus, where a lot of prominent personality figures and businesses are making that move. And I think it has mainly to do with the level of I think a lot of it started with the level of restriction when it came to the pandemic in California. But also I think people are seeing the amount of like benefits from being here. So like no state tax. You also have land is usually a lot cheaper as well too. Things are just property is generally cheaper in Texas as well, as opposed to California. And I think a lot of people are starting to see a lot more quote unquote freedom in the state more than they would in other states. So I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Because I feel like Texas doesn't get recognized enough for the industries that are here when it comes to like, you know, aerospace down in Houston, you know, with NASA and all that. And then you got like a lot of animation studios and like anime studios up here in like Dallas, you know, north of like I-30, you know, you got like Funimation, who dubs a lot of anime in English, are in Dallas. They've been there forever, since like the 90s.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. But when you tell me we're turning into the next California, I just think that, you know what that makes me think of? People everywhere. Like I don't want that. I want
people are everywhere.
Yeah, I don't want it to be everywhere. I don't want people to be everywhere. I don't want traffic in Dallas to be like traffic in Houston. That is what I don't want, because I just don't want more people coming here, and we already have 39 million people in the state, right? And so
yeah,
by the year, I'll accept it when I'm gone. By the year 3020, that's when it's
be way dead.
Yeah, God willing. If I'm still here in 3020, God willing.
3,000? That's 1,000 years from now.
What's 100 years from now?
2000.
Oh, you're right.
121.
Yeah, y'all forgive me, y'all.
I'm like 3,000, bro.
21.
And 21.
If I'm still here in 21, God willing.
Jesus.
I don't listen. I won't mind by then, but really, I expect about 2070. I think 2070, maybe even sooner than that. 2040, we might see some real big changes in the state. You know, they say we're supposed to have flying cars. I don't know when, but soon. I'm not ready for that.
I would say I'm not mad at it, man. I feel like the people should have the same opportunity as anybody else to move and start, you know, their business, their way of life, the way they want to. And if they choose Texas to be it, then why not? You know, I can only see if things go about it the right way, which, you know, it's very a big if, because, you know, people can mess up and maybe the state could go a different direction. But if I feel that people are making the right moves and I really want to see the state prosper, but also along the lines bring great maybe political change shift, because like it or not, like Texas is pretty much purple at this point when it comes to like politics,
right?
And sooner or later it's going to be blue. The more we go, the more, like, I would say within like the next 10 to 15 years probably going to be blue.
Probably 10, most likely 10. And okay, what about this? So you'll be okay with if there's let's say 2 million people started staying in Tyler. You'll be okay with it?
Tyler will never have too many people.
Okay, see, you say that now. Just like I think.
Bro, Tyler only got 100,000, bro. If Tyler gets to let's say 500,000,
okay,
that'd be crazy, because you would have to, that infrastructure would have to be so big. You would have to build it. 500,000 is a huge number, man. Like, what does Fort Worth have in the Metroplex? Fort Worth has like 900 something thousand in the Metroplex, and then Dallas got what, 1.1, 1.2,
1.2, yeah.
Like the whole Metroplex, like that's a huge. I can't even fathom like the amount you would have to like expand a city to accommodate that many people, especially Tyler. Like, Tyler will never get near 2 million unless you make into a city like Dallas, which will never happen at this point.
So basically you're saying, so you're not including White House and what else is it, Chapel Hill down there?
You would have to like literally destroy all the forests around you and create nothing but streets to make that size, because what, I don't even know how many square kilometers square miles is Dallas. You you would have to make Tyler like a mini Dallas. So
you think it's crazy for me to expect by the year 2040 to have 50,000 people in Pittsburgh. When there's right now there's 4,000. There's five is population less than 6,000. Excuse me. Right now there's 6,000 people in Pittsburgh.
I think I could see maybe in the next 10 years 50,000 going up in Tyler. That sounds plausible.
So 150,000 you could.
So I would say 150,000 in Tyler. I feel like that's plausible in the next 20 years.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Like because a lot of people are flocking to Austin, right?
They're flopping to Austin. They're flopping to Frisco. Frisco is the number one city in Texas that's growing.
Yeah. I mean, it got a lot of industry up there, a lot of sports.
Mm-hmm.
So people going crazy.
And so,
do you see? I mean, Dallas, I think, is very underappreciated when it comes to like a lot of the culture and a lot of the art.
Well, but for Dallas, it's spread out. Everything's spread out.
I mean, that's Texas in general. Everything's spread out in Texas.
Well, what I mean, like the metroplex, but like just like Houston. Houston's
spread out too.
Houston is spread out, but if I stay in these confines, I can stay in a 10-mile radius, right?
Yeah, but that makes sense. I mean, I know people from Houston who say they've never left the South Side. They've never been to the North Side at all.
That's crazy to think about because I've been all over.
Yeah, and vice versa. There's people that have been to the North Side who've never been to the South Side.
So yeah, I guess you're right. Austin, Austin, you have to build freeways. They're gonna have to do something. That they have one freeway. Yeah,
I'm about to say like Austin got like one freeway, and that thing is always packed.
Always packed. It will never be finished.
Same thing with like Dallas, bro. Dallas got some highway that you feel like will never be finished.
35 will never be finished.
Yeah,
and so
30 will probably never be finished on some parts of it.
Oh yeah, you're right. By Six Flags and all that. Look at us going on a Dallas, Texas rant. But no, this is a legit rant that wasn't a rant, but I legit had thoughts about this today. Like, man, I never thought about it being, moving like that, or even thinking about El Paso. El Paso, I think, has 300,000 people.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't really see much change in like. Maybe Tyler just because it's so close to Dallas, and I feel like people who may not want to live in Dallas might want to live in Tyler. I can see that happening.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, I would move to Tyler. I wouldn't mind living in Tyler.
Yeah, that's fine. But like El Paso is pretty far out there. Like I don't really see that expanding a lot. But definitely Austin, definitely Dallas, Frisco, the area in general, DFW. Is going big. Houston's gonna keep expanding like it's always been doing. For some reason, I don't see San Antonio growing for some reason because I feel like there's such a. Not saying that there's not room to grow, but I feel like there's such an established city as it is, and they're always very chill. Like they got the Spurs.
Yeah.
They're very culturally diverse. You don't really hear too much from San Antonio like that. They just kind of stay in the cut.
San Antonio is like Fort Worth to me. It's a college town, basically. You got
what college in San Antonio?
UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. You got Incarnate Ward.
Oh yeah, Incarnate Ward.
And then there's another college, but those are like the main colleges, and then that's it. And then you got the Spurs. So they don't really have a professional football team like they should. They should have one. I do think they need one.
What about a baseball team?
And a baseball team, yeah. I mean, you could put a baseball team before you put a football team there.
Yeah. Or, who do you think we would like to see? Would you like to see like a new franchise there, or like would you like to see already a pre-existing team move over to San Antonio?
Probably a new franchise. Like call them like the San Antonio Gunners or the San Antonio Generals, or something like that. Something like relatable to the Alamo. I didn't want to see the Raiders go there. The Raiders, wanted to go there at one point, and then they ended up in Vegas, which is perfectly fine for the Raiders. Or I think the Las Vegas Raiders sound good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you? Okay, so I know we're doing hypothetical stuff. All right, so if Tyler gets up to let's go with 300,000 people, right? Would Tyler be able to support not a basketball team? Let's go with a baseball team.
Like a minor league?
300,000 people. Yeah, fine. We'll go AAA minor league baseball team. You think Tyler You think Tyler can support that?
Probably,
but not a Major League Baseball team.
no, never.
What you mean? There's a lot of old people. Old people like to go to baseball games.
They do. And I mean, there's a lot of football fans in Tyler. Like, you know that. Like, but no, that's not going to happen. Like, what's like the biggest like sports franchise that's like in a very small town that you could think of?
The Utah Jazz.
No, that's Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is a pretty big city.
I know. I hate
Like
Utah has a team.
like
well, I was gonna say Tampa Bay, Orlando.
I mean, but Orlando got Disney World and all that. Like they're known.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like a city. I'm talking about a city that's literally just a city, and they're only known for their sports team, and that's it. Just any sport too. It ain't got to be football. Just baseball, basketball.
I was gonna say Cleveland. The New England Patriots really should be small.
Baseball. I feel like baseball franchises are usually like in smaller cities.
Yeah. Or it's like a hockey team, but
like a hockey team too. Yeah.
Well, I have to think about it. Let me see. Folks, we're coming to the end of our show right now. Ricardo, what instrumental is this?
This is the Get Crunk instrumental produced by Pimp C for Crooked Letter. This is David Banner's old group before he went solo.
So, I mean,
RP the Pimp.
Right, RP the Pimp C. He didn't just have a birthday. Somebody had a birthday that I know of. It might have been Big Hawk. But
you know who he sampled on here?
Who?
He sampled Run DMC.
Ah. How do you feel about Rev Run?
He's cool.
Like he's
a legend.
So, well, should we put Ron DMC on the Mount Rushmore of hip hop?
I personally wouldn't.
Okay.
That's just me. I could see maybe somebody who like closest to the beginning of hip hop, maybe putting them up there, either Rev Run or DMC.
Okay.
But me personally, no, just because that wasn't my upbringing when it came to hip hop.
Okay. Where do you rank Eric B and Rakim? I rank them pretty high. I like it. I like Rakim, and Eric B was mixing.
Yeah, they were going crazy. I mean, they're legends. They're top 30.
Okay, all right.
That's pretty high.
I was gonna say top 20. Oh, Wilson wanted me to ask you this because, of course, Wilson loves to slander the game every chance he gets. It is what it is. Wilson said Freddie Gibbs or the game.
Freddie Gibbs.
All right, so we'll have a new host next week. That's crazy. People just don't want to acknowledge the game.
Love Game though. I love Game.
No one loves Game. No one loves
Jayceon. We love Jayceon Taylor.
That's not his name.
Chuck.
I don't call him that. I call him Gabe. Listen, Gabe said he influenced Kobe.
What?
Yeah. I'm just saying. All right.
Kobe was still in Philly. He was over in Italy and Japan.
Whatever. Draymond Green actually came out today and said he's the greatest defender of all time in basketball. And Tony Allen had a problem with that. I didn't see Ben Wallace tweet or anything, but people said Ben Wallace.
Did Dennis Rodman say anything?
No, I don't think word has gotten to Dennis just yet. Dennis Rodman might be in North Korea right now. Or South
Probably.
Korea. Is North Korea?
North Korea. North Korea,
yeah. Kim Jong-un, is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
So that was all fake?
I don't think it was fake. I think it was just I think he had some health problems, but for some reason it kind of got out that he was dying. I don't know what going on. That was a crazy time. That was a crazy, crazy time.
So have you ever feared for your life against North Korea?
There are some things that have happened during my military service in Japan that I'm not at liberty to speak of.
Oh, okay, bet. So now, all right, no,
involving certain countries.
Okay,
so leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Wow, I didn't think you were gonna go there. Okay, we got a minute and 12 left on this instrumental, so I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'll tell you what though, wow, this is a really good softball game that I'm watching. But let me tell you this. If I had to pick a city to start a sports franchise in, it would be Tyler, Texas. Listen, I got 3 hospitals. It's the third biggest hospital city in America, or not America, in Texas. You know, you got Dallas, Houston, then Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like Tyler would be 150, 500,000, 1 million people,
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see. We have 20 seconds. I guess I'll just enjoy this 20 seconds. Hey, man, Ricardo, man, just me and you, just the two of us, man. Just the two of us.
Just two of us. You already know what it is. We're not black, we're not white. We're something in the middle. Minority Agenda Podcast, and we are out. Just the two of us. Jacob Gray, hopefully coming back next week.
And more tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name, you know?